being broadcast on the internet. Only on the internet, not on satellite, not on terrestrial, not on cable platforms. In the morning of Sunday, the 19th of January 2025, the Khoodeelaar television channel is part of the movement defending the community in the East End of London. And it is the defense of the community from the East End of London, including defending the universal values of transparency, ethics, morality, fairness, justice, and compassion. I have been involved in advocating now for 6 decades or more. The Khoodeelaar television channel is the continuation of the Khoodeelaar movement campaign defending initially the Brick Lane area in London E1 from the attacks plotted by the promoters of the agenda for destabilizing the E1 area that had been the home of the community, mainly coming from Silot, anglicized spelling Sylt, in the Assam area, greater Assam area of the subcontinent of India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. The people that began settling in the Brick Lane area, coming from mainly Silot area, came to the United Kingdom traveling by ships. They were mainly seamen. And this continued until the 1950s. This continued for several decades until the 1950s, when the people began to arrive in the post-1947 London. And in the 1960s and 70s, numerically the biggest demographic proportion of the people from the same area occurred. The foundation in the Brick Lane area of the headquarters of the then, that is 1950s, Pakistan Welfare Association was linked to 39 Fournier Street on the other side of Brick Lane, off Brick Lane. The other side of the 39 Fournier Street faces Brick Lane as the main entrance and exit of what is now the Jam-e Masjid, the central mosque in Brick Lane. So the Brick Lane area has been mentioned in popular communications from the people settled in Brick Lane to Silot, their families. And so therefore the Brick Lane name became part of the reality and the mythology for the largest number of overseas Bangladeshis during the period of 1970s, and since the 16th of December 1971. 16th of December 1971 is less than 2 years apart from the 2nd of December 1973. And on the 2nd of December 1973, the color supplement of the Sunday Times London carried a most notorious article bylined to one of the stupidest, most idiotic females called Leslie Garner, mounting an attack on the Silotis, on the Muslims, on the Bangladeshis, without any foundation, full of venom and prejudice, hatred, dislike, spite against the Silotis, against the Muslims, against the Siloti Muslim Bangladeshis. One of the most severest, aggravating, defamatory lies perpetrated by Leslie Garner through the Sunday Times color supplement, dated the 2nd of December 1973, was the absolutely corrupt, criminal untruth that the Silotis of Brick Lane, Aldgate area didn't want to support Bangladesh. Remember, this was just under 2 years since the 16th of December 1971, when because of the recognition as a state conferred on the state by the Republic of India, fronted by Indira Nehru, Bangladesh had become, by that time, an internationally recognized state. As it became clear during the 72 and onwards, the role played by the mainly Siloti-speaking Silotis resident in Brick Lane and adjoining areas during 1971 was pivotal in creating and sustaining an awareness of support for the cause of Bangladesh against the military attack against innocent Bangladeshis, East Pakistanis, that were maintained and mounted and carried out under the leadership of Amir Abdullah Khan Niazi, Haque Niazi, who was the leader of the military assault on the then East Pakistan. So the Sunday Times attack on the Silotis was a manifold attack intended to disrecognize not only their role, the leading role, unique role, undeniable role in the creation of Bangladesh, it was intended to completely eliminate the existence of the Silotis as a people in East London. So when in the 1980s, just a year or so before he was murdered, Ziaur Rahman, as president of Bangladesh, visited the United Kingdom. News reached me before the visit, and I organized various communications to make sure that Ziaur Rahman visited the Brick Lane area in an unprecedented, dignified, and honorable way. That would be notable for many reasons. One of the most important reasons successfully established by the visit was Ziaur Rahman's recognition of the name Brick Lane. He held up the nameplate of Brick Lane and promised to the people attending the meeting, the rally in the Braxton Street of Brick Lane, that he would call a street in Dhaka, capital of Bangladesh, Brick Lane, in recognition of the people of Brick Lane, the recognition of the role played by the people of Brick Lane. And that did happen. And I was absolutely vindicated, because in the 2-3 years after the Leslie Garner attack on the Silotes, the Brick Lane area, I investigated various routes of securing the recognition for the Silotes, for the Bangladeshis, from the government of Bangladesh. In those years, 72, 73, 74, up to the 15th of August 1975, the government of Bangladesh, of course, was dominated by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. And despite the fact that the attack was unjustified, cruel, brutal, and many times worse than the attack that has been fabricated and ascribed to Muhammad Ali Jinnah against the Bengali speakers, the supporters of the Awami League in the United Kingdom, including in Brick Lane, remained brazenly opposed to the demand for the recognition of the role played by the Silotes, the Bangladeshis. This I was able to organize and have recognized, implemented by the speech delivered by Ziaur Rahman. We shall be talking about all of these in more detail in later editions. This is just ending at 8 o'clock GMT on Sunday, the 19th of January 2025.